So this is gonna be a short one. Uh, I will assume that you have already run the services successfully, and uh, I mean everything is pretty simple, right? Like you have to just clone the repository and then switch the branch. So I'll assume you have already cloned the repository and run the services with Docker. So I'll just show you how to test the export functionality, which as a developer you will need test how the whole service work. And yeah, I mean it is also pretty straightforward. What you have to do is like first you have to switch the branch to get testing. So this is like the branch where we'll do all our tests from. And here you can see a folder like mock test generator script. So this is where all the test scripts are. So um, first you need to run, you make sure your service is running with Docker. So if it's not, you can check it with Docker PS. So if not, you can just run it like Docker Composer uh, dash G. That's just build. So this is like you're building all those containers again. And yeah, like let's build it. And the export functionality only like finally for production. This is like only available for Shoei developer and Golang developer. So if you are logged in as a contributor, you may not see that functionality. But yeah, if you are logged in as a admin or as a Shoei developer or Jargon developer, uh, Jargon developer is a role you create. So you will be able to see this extra functionality and you can test it. So this is quite really helpful for testing from the local machine because when you're in production, we won't be able to always test from like the production. Like, no one does that. Okay, so let's wait for it to run. Okay, so all the services are running. You can make sure with Docker PS again, and now what we'll do is like we'll check if our network is running the way it is. So yeah, Redis is also running. This container it must be running because without Redis, you won't be able to get the export functionality working, as Redis worker actually trigger the audio processing. So first, um, what you need to do is like if you have any previous generated data, you can actually clean that up. So what we'll use for that is like the cleanup generated data script. So I don't have any test data in my repository, so there's nothing to clean up. But if you have, you will actually see like how many chunks or how many virtual queens you have to clean up. Anyway, so uh, the next script will actually run is like the generate test data. So yeah, this one. So this will actually use HTTPS or Google GTS, but like it's kind of like using the Google GTS as a fallback. So if HTTPS is like not available, it will use GTS. We actually uh, get these two options because like sometimes HTTPS doesn't work and uh, it doesn't actually like make sense, right? Because you won't be able to test just because the GTS is failing. So it'll ask you like how many scripts you want to generate. So I'll just choose one here. For 5 minutes, one also. For 10 minutes, also one. So total scripts to generate will be like three. So one short, one medium, one long. And yeah, we'll proceed. Okay, so the test generation has been completed, and we have like three scripts. You can check it in your database client. I have dbeaver installed. You can install it if you haven't already. So what actually got like generated. First, you should check the voice recording table. So there's like three voice recording for the three scripts we have generated. So you can actually see the scripts in the script section. Let's refresh it. So yeah, there's like three new scripts available. And yeah, these two tables got updated only. So we have generated three scripts, three unique scripts for one short, one medium, and one long. And there's like three voice recording for those scripts using the DTS. So let's move to the next step, which is like you have already generated the data. Now you have to trigger audio processing. So what this will do, what this script does is like when you actually trigger the audio processing, it will actually trigger the chunk audio chunk processing, and the like celery worker will work in the background, and the voice recording we have generated, uh, three voice recording, you can actually make them into small chunks, like sentence by sentence. So you can actually get all the chunks ready to be transcribed. So let's actually run the script. So of course, the script will prompt you and ask like, what will you like, what would you like to do? So first, you can actually process all unprocessed recordings or only the generated test data, or you can cancel, of course. So uh, we will actually run the audio process for all unprocessed recordings because we only have three recordings, right? So we can either choose one or two. It doesn't matter that much. So yeah, let's proceed with. So you can check this in your browser by going to this 555 port. Like this is like the Flower port. This is like a kind of you can set a client of Flower, the Celery worker. So you can actually go there, uh, and here you will see like these are getting processed. And yeah, we have successfully processed all the message queue. So you can actually go back and you can check your database client again, uh, especially the chunks, audio chunks table. You can refresh it and you'll see like all those parts recording getting into chunks. And we have around like 253 chunks. Now, these are like the chunks. We already have the chunks, right? But these are not like ready to be exported yet, right? Ready to, like, we cannot use that. So, what do we need to do if we want to use those chunks? Of course, we have to make transcript for those chunks, right? Uh, so that, we have the final data and we can actually export them. So there's like another script for that. The next one, which is actually generate mock transcription. So this script actually what it does, it actually doesn't actually uh, create transcription exactly for the audio. It just like creates a random mock transcription. So the transcription this script actually will be making has no relation with what the audio actually has. So you can actually play the audio, you'll listen just like totally different content. But the mock transcription we have doesn't match at all. So this might be kind of confusing, but it's just really not. It's just for uh, test testing purpose, nothing else. So yeah, let me just proceed with generating transcription. you see how fast it is doing. So I actually thought about like using FTT uh, to make it more realistic. Like all those audio, like the content the audio actually contains, my transcription will have the same content, but that is like too much work and not actually applicable for a testing environment. So yeah, I'm just like waiting more transcriptions at this point. Okay, so let's run the next. So this like we already have audio chunks in the transcription, right? But we have to make batches right now so that we can export it. So let's do that. So we have to do prepare export data, and yeah. So this is like where like trigger the consensus calculation and actually mark the final data like which are ready to be exported. Okay, so as you can see, uh, we have prepared our export data. Now what we'll do is we'll actually test it before we actually go to the front end and download. So let's test it with test export workflow. So here as you can see, there will be like three total batches, and I will actually clean up the test batches because I don't need them. So yeah, well, it failed to clean up, but yeah, as we go to the content, we'll be able to see the export data like we have actually created. So let's go. Let's go to the content. So I'm already logged in as an admin, and this is an admin account, so I can actually test export functionality. And here, as you can see, there's like three batches ready. So one has like 50 chunks in it, another one has like 25, and another one is like 10. So I can download it. Like let's download one. As you can see, I have successfully downloaded. Let's download this one. See, like download's working. So this is the whole export and testing workflow. You guys can do that, and you guys should do it because there might be some bug or issue that you will face while actually doing it, and it will actually uh, help us improve our testing workflow more and make it like better. Anyway, so this was it actually. You guys can do and test it, and please like if there's any problem, inform our Discord server or like directly inbox me. That's it.